Going global. Main concern to be global. For a person who wants to go global, there are many problems that can be faced. One of the main ones being not knowing how to do it. What methods or tools can help you? What obstacles you'll have along the way? And what you need to know to be able to globalize. For that reason, and to be able to solve this, first, I think it's important to understand what it means to globalize and what it entails to decide to want to globalize. First of all, you have to understand that globalization could be taken in different ways and can have different purpose. As can be curiosity, waiting to know more cultures, learning about business and ways of negotiation, attitudes or traditions of other countries, and a lot of other things. That's the reason why it's important to have a previous objective before to start globalize. It's crucial to take advantage of the technological tools available, practice the language they speak, and know at least the basic of other cultures. For this, you can take advantage of tools as social networks, online platforms, and international communications allow you to establish connection with people from different parts of the world. You can also use other means such as attending international events, collaborating on global projects, and learning language by taking class or with help of application designed for that. And there are even many more tools that can help you. All of those objectives have the same purpose: to practice, promote interconnection and understanding between cultures. All this with the objective of knowing more about their culture and values. Plus the tools and abilities, it's really important to know main values of a global person because these values are one of the most important in a global person, include open-mindedness, empathy, and respect for diversity. The ability to understand and accept different perspectives is essential to build bridge between cultures and overcome barriers. Tolerance and mutual respect are the basis of an harmonious global society. The willingness to constantly learn and adapt to diverse environments. These, among others, are the most important values to be able to globalize. All this with the objective of being able to accept and adapt to other cultures, always respecting and accepting the difference between cultures and people. And just as there are correct attitudes, there are also attitudes against being global. And this is important to know because in order to be a global person, you have to understand that there will be challenge and just as there are attitudes and actions that we can take to be global. There are also attitudes contrary to the objective of global going. But this is not necessarily something that we realize that it's wrong or that we do it with bad intention, but rather that they are attitudes and traditions that not necessarily bad and we carry with us to our upbringing or our own culture. There have been many differences between cultures and ways of living. So for you, something that it's good, maybe for another culture it could be an offense, and something that for them it's harmless, for you it could be so rude. There being a very thin line between an innocent mistake and an offensive, and it's important to know where is that line is. That's why it's so important to know how current and what values to use is essential to have a good relationship with different people worldwide. Because if there is an incorrect attitude, Not only it's the able to get along with other cultural lost, but also the great potential of globalization for the personal and common benefit. Because if we don't have an open mindedness, we can fall into resilience to challenge and unwillingness to accept diversity are also attitudes that hinder the global approach. And even if all this sounds really complicated, it's important to know why to be global in our daily days because all this is important if you have the desire to have what's necessary to develop as global people because this can be very beneficial both in our daily days and in our business because learning more about a culture isn't only limited to traditions and language, but to way of acting, technologies, ways of thinking and acting, giving multiple tools to grow as a person by giving you the opportunity to learn the best of other cultures and to improve in business by learning from very skilled and intelligent people who they have know how to take advantage of those resources that the world offers them and what you can also aspire to use. Living in an era where contact with the world is something very common, making even not knowing how to globalize and not wanting to do so not only becomes a problem, but a great limitation to able to improve and grow because now there are so many ways to globalize. There are more and better prepared people, making the competition increasingly more complicated, and so in the professional field. While in the personal sphere is equally affected by not having the tools that you could and by not knowing how to communicate outside your circle or your language, making knowing how to do so something fundamental and necessary today. And for the end, I just want to say thank you for your time.